Hello.
Well, hello.
What you doing
How
in
are
that
you?
kitchen?
I'm making my breakfast.
What do you make for breakfast?
Today I made, okay, so here's, these were square hash browns
They look burnt.
when I started. Yeah, I don't make hash browns very well at all. Hash browns are the one thing I can't make.
So what'd you do? Did you like shred them, or did you like buy them like patties and still mess them up?
No, I've got the cubes, the frozen cubes that say do 4 tablespoons of oil in a skillet, and then at 5 minutes per side, but they just come out soggy and mushy. And so then I keep cooking them, and then they get overcooked. And then what used to be squares is now just sort of like a mush pile.
Gross.
Yeah, but I also don't like to waste food, so I eat it anyway.
That's a man thing, dude.
I know.
Because men will eat anything. Because like I'll make Chris's leftovers for lunch and stuff, and I'll always he's like, I'm not picky at all. Like if you make it, I'm gonna eat it. But then he felt bad because I made nachos for him the other day, and I'll do everything separate. So I'll put like chips in one thing, and then the cheese in another, and then the meat. And he's like, "Babe, please don't take this the wrong way." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "That was a lot of food." And I go, "You don't have to eat all of it." And he's like, "Yes, I do. I want you to keep making my lunch." I'm like, "I'm not going to stop making your lunch because you didn't eat all of the food." And I think I made enough for like 3 people.
And maybe this is just because I'm really good at being dishonest. Like, just throw it away and act like you ate it all.
He told me one of the guys that he works with, good morning. One of the guys he works with, they went out to lunch one time. And when they were done going out to lunch, he watched his buddy throw his whole lunch away. Right. And he's like, "Why'd you do that?" He goes, "If I take my lunch home, my wife knows I didn't eat what she made me. She's never going to make me lunch again."
That's what I'm saying. You toss
And
it
I
out. You
said, "I am not going to do that to you. Like, because I know me well enough to know that even if I have a lunch that I made in the fridge, if there's an option to go out to lunch, I'm going to go take it."
Right. I get you. And I see both sides, and I just feel like the safe answer here is to just lie.
Yeah. That's what he said. He said it was really hard for me to talk to you about it. I go, "About too much food? Like, what other women were you dating before me?"
You just lie.
Yeah, I guess so. I always make too much food. The other night we made oysters, bacon wrapped shrimp, mussels, and he had already made spaghetti. So he was like, "Okay, I guess tonight's a seafood night." He's
You
got
just lie.
I just Hi Zeke. It was so much fun. I'm going back today to do it. I'm learning. I'm learning. It's the mixed drinks that I think that I'm gonna like, but she has like a whole like recipe list next to it so I can figure out the mixed drink.
They make whole songs about it. How do you not know how to do this? You put the lime in the cook and then you shake it all up. See?
See,
Like,
like you
I
can
learned,
do it. You can go work there with me today right now.
that's what I'm saying. I learned how to mix drinks just by singing songs. It's like that program that came out about 20 years ago, and a lot of people won't remember this. It was Learn Spanish by spelling words. And so I don't know what the word is, but like spelling the word socks says something in Spanish. So if I went SOCKS, I think I said something. And it's the same thing with how you're learning how to do mixed drinks. You just sing the songs. Whiskey in the
Okay.
jarro. Uh, you put the lime in the coconut and you shake it all up, or however it goes. Like, I came in like a wrecking ball. I'll bet there's a drink called Wrecking Ball. Look that up, and then you can sing the Miley Cyrus song and you know how to make it.
Okay. Yesterday she was like, "Well, I would like a certain cocktail if you want to try to make it," and I put too much uh, champagne in it and not enough ginger beer, but I'm getting it there.
So when you say the mixed drinks, these are all wine and beer mixed drinks, right? Because you have to have like, or do they have a hard liquor license too?
No,
Like,
there's
how does
no
that
hard
work?
liquor. We have
Okay.
wine, beer, champagne, and food. Today, I'm gonna just have to teach myself how to make their chicken pesto sandwich.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
I
mean,
this would be a way for me to get out of the house and not be eating so much. But now I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna have to learn how to make that chicken pesto sandwich. Oh, I'm gonna have to learn how to make that turkey.
this is called quality control, and you're not overindulging. You're making sure that the people that come and get wine and spirits from you also want good food.
Yes. We do need to do a reboot of Cocktail. I'll totally do
Heck
that.
yeah.
We are going to do like a mimosas with Madden, and we're going to name a mimosa after me. So I'm trying to figure out what I want in it. I usually like champagne pineapple and with the rim rimmed in tahini.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Oh man, I tried that pineapple cider with the rim in tahini, and it's delicious. So she said I could try to make my own cocktail. So today I think I'm gonna rim a glass with the tahini and then put the dry champagne with a little splash of pineapple, and I bet it's gonna be delicious.
Are you gonna try that at home? Or are you gonna try that when you're there? Are you gonna try that when you're there because you have all the tools and stuff?
When I'm there, so you can have a glass while you're working, but you can't get buzz. You can't, and I can't anyway because I can't work that way.
Right. Plus, it's the middle of the day, and you got to get your kids and stuff.
And I have to get my kids at school at 2, so I can't be like, "Hi,
Mama's here, 3 bottles deep. Hop in, kids. We're going for a ride." Oh man, never mind. I had a weird upbringing. I had interesting people in my life. We had a guy who, I don't know what my parents were thinking, because my dad was sober. My mom doesn't really drink. My dad got sober, but he still had some friends that, enjoyed a cocktail or two. And our friend Dennis, or his friend Dennis, came over. I was like 5 or 6, probably the most irresponsible thing my dad's ever done. Dennis came over with a 6-pack of beer. I remember they were drinking, and he was, or Dennis was drinking, and he was showing off his new motorcycle. And he was like, "Come on, Ian, get on the bike. Let me take you for a ride up the street." And I looked at my dad because they just got over in school how you don't drink and drive and you say no to drugs, right? Like they were ingraining that in our brains at like 6 and 7 years old, right? And so this guy is like drinking some Coors Light and looking at my dad saying, "Let me take your kid for a drive." And I'm looking at my dad saying, "There's no way you're letting me get on this bike with Dennis, right?" And my dad's like, "Yeah, go for it.
do it."
I'm like, "Are you kidding me, right? You're going to let me get on this?" I'm 6 and looking at my dad saying, "You're going to let me DUI with this grown man on a motorcycle up Royal Oaks Drive? Like, you're okay with
It's a
this?"
great idea. Yeah, go be a man.
My dad's like, "Just don't look down. That's the scariest part. You'll be fine."
Well, you're looking down when you hit the ground. Yep.
So,
Hold my beer, yet, Zeke.
Right?
Yeah, so I have to pick up my kids at 2, so I can't. But you do have to taste it when you open up the bottles of champagne to make sure that they taste good before. You don't want the customer to be like, "This tastes like garbage. This is flat."
Right. That's why you taste it. No, you don't have to upsell that to me. You drink all the champagne you need to do. In fact, I would argue that even if you're popping open a brand new bottle, you still have to taste it just to make sure that the manufacturer didn't screw up. And why stop at just tasting the bottle? If it comes in a case, drink the first bottle just to make sure that the rest of the bottles are okay.
Yep, the whole case.
Yeah. So anyway.
But yeah, so it's fun. I'm OCD about not about a lot of things, but a little thing like labels have to face forward. So like my kitchen could be a wreck, but my spice rack, you're going to see every single one of those labels are going to be facing you in a certain order, right?
Is it going to be like alphabetized as well?
Yeah. So no, don't get me started on that. But it does go by like seasoning, like the spicy ones, and then the garlic ones, and then the salt. And then yesterday, anytime like one of the champagne bottles was even kind of served, I'd like turn it, and she's looking at me. She wasn't mad. She was like, "Oh, I love that." I'm like, those labels have to be facing me.
I'm with you. What are you super OCD about? Like we've talked about my feet before. Like I've got a thing like I can't have dirty feet, but also like the little line that goes across your socks.
Yeah.
Okay, so that line has to go across the outside of my big toe, where the toenail and the toe meet where it curves around. It has to go across that. Like I have to feel that pressure, or it doesn't feel like my socks are on right.
Mine is food related. So the pantry, the refrigerator, and my spices. My spices especially, like they all have to be facing out. They have to be like the sweets are together, the salties are together, the spices are together. And then if anything even looks kind of like it's going to be expired in my refrigerator, I want the meat on one rack. I want what we're going to eat first is on the top. Then the meat is on the bottom. I have a cheese drawer. And then my pantry are my snacks, my kids' snacks, and those are also like I could tell when the peanut butter is put in the wrong spot.
you want to see a super organized thing then? So like, that's one part. See how organized that is? And then over in here, look how organized that is. You see how organized that is?
I can't. I see. That would drive me crazy.
What? So like what I have is like, I have everything but salt, right? The Flavor God or Flavor
Yeah.
King. And then I've got that one right next to my Market Pantry chili powder, next to the salt that I've had for like 4 years because the outside fell off. Next to, what else got there? Ah. Yeah,
See,
how's that look?
here's mine. All of them are all of them are facing out. All the Flavor Gods are together. All my Tupperwares are together. These are all sugarless spices, so they all have to. And then all the sweets are on the top.
Ready for this? Ready,
Mhm.
ready. I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm going to trigger your OCD like nothing else. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, can you see inside my cabinet?
Oh my God! Look at that salt. It's gonna spill. Look at it. It's all spilling.
Ready? You ready for this?
Stop it. No. When Chris was gone and I had his girls one day, his daughter comes over and I'm completely rearranging his spice rack and his daughter goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "These spices need to go here. She goes, "It's never going to stay like that." I'm like, "I can't do it."
Not today, but we'll arrange it again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the one thing I am. Yeah, that's probably the only thing.
Is OCD okay? Yeah, for me,
I used to be really bad until I was married to Joe. And he was so messy that I had to let it go.
my OCD represents itself in like for me it's physical things like my feet can't be dirty, like certain things like if I touch, like right now I'm touching the inside of my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's driving me crazy right now, and I'm making myself do this. Like it physically is giving me anxiety that I'm not flipping my index finger around and touching the other side of my thumb right now.
See, the
See,
other
it's killing me.
is
There we go.
picture
Okay,
frame.
good.
Like if I go to your house and there's a picture frame crooked, I'll fix it.
Well, then come on over. You know where I live because we got your OCD can manifest itself in my house in any way it wants.
All right. So, are you going to go disc golf today?
I got to go to the dentist today. You know what I got to do? I got to give my noodle a rest. I've been doing workouts specific to disc golfers, and then I've been going out and I've been DGing so much that I think I have to let it recover.
DGing.
Because when you get that pull, and you're coming back, right, and you're looking back and then you're going forward, it's like that. Like you don't just fling out. Like you come in, like you pull out and then you fling. And so there's a whole lot of motion right here that because you end up flinging like when I go play by myself and I'll do 2 discs on each hole. And so you'll end up like swinging your arm about 150 times, and you're not just kind of throwing, like you're swinging it, And so right up here, your shoulder gets super sore. But also, if you put your hands on my right shoulder, my hands on my left shoulder, my right shoulder is like super firm, and my left shoulder is like, yeah, look at me all flabby.
You better get some extra workouts on that left hand. I know what you can do.
I'm a righty. Like I fear change. I'm a creature of habit. It won't be right.
That's the other thing with the lady, the owner of the Pop the Bubbly where I'm working. She's a lefty, so all of the flights go from right to left, which I'll have to get to. Yeah, because I was watching it and I'm like, why wouldn't it go? While she was telling me, I wasn't gonna be like, why wouldn't you do it this way? Because it's her place. And as she was doing it, she could see it in my face. She goes, I'm a lefty, so I usually go. I'm like, okay, I'll get used to that.
Have you watched her write anything down yet?
No, not yet.
It's so weird to me when I watch left-handed people write because like they curl around the top of the page, and because otherwise their hand goes across the ink,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you have a lefty teacher and they're up at the chalkboard and they're erasing all the stuff that they just wrote.
Yeah, my brother was a lefty, and then you have to learn also how to sit on the right side of them when you're eating dinner, because if you guys sit, if the lefty is on the right and you're on the left, your elbows are going to hit the whole time.
Oh, because that's their dog. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So your brother's super inconvenient then.
My brother is lefty on everything except sports, and then my sister's the opposite. She's right-handed in everything except sports. So she golfs, she plays softball, everything left-handed, but then she writes and everything right-handed, and then my brother's the opposite.
See, I'm right-handed in everything except batting and baseball. I bat left. I do everything else right.
That's so weird.
Right? Like in Little League, they my mom came down one time in T-ball because it was like 2 practices in and they kept trying to make me go to the right side of the plate. She goes, he's a lefty. Like, it's not weird. Some people bat left.
That is different that you do everything else though right-handed.
Yeah, it's super different. It's because I've tried too. I can't golf left-handed. I have to golf right, but I can bat left. I only bat left.
My sister's so short that I remember one time we were talking about golf. She's like, well, you can't use my clubs. And I go, because they're sawed off. And she goes, no, because I'm a lefty.
Because they're sawed off.
Because she had to have hers like custom made. She's so short.
Look at my sawed off golf clubs.
Layla's taller than her already.
Are you serious?
Layla's an inch taller than Bridget.
Holy crap.
Layla's so tall. She has to get it from Joe's side. She doesn't get it from my side.
Yeah, Sean's like all big now too and lanky.
Yeah. So the last few times that she's seen Auntie Bridget, she would always measure herself and we'd laugh. And then this last time, no laughing matter now.
Yeah, it's like, oh. Niece thinks that she's going to get things taken easy on her now, but Auntie's showing up.
I a friend from school yesterday, and I heard some kids going, hey, what size shoe do you wear? We have these shoes we want to give away. And Layla's little friend goes, I wear a 9.5 in women's. And I'm like, whoa, what?
I know. It's weird. We transitioned.
Yeah, Layla took my mom's Uggs the other day. She put them on and they fit, and then she walked out of the house with them. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
We transitioned to regular size hangers for our oldest's clothes now.
Yeah, my kids are on regular size hangers too.
Whatever,
stupid kids.
Stupid puberty.
I know. I had to get Joey like real boy underwear.
I know. They look like little men.
I know. All right, you guys. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, guys.